Hello there, Taurus. Welcome to Dragon Tail Tarot. My name is Ariel, and this is your full moon in Aries reading for October 13th, 2019. This is going to be all about the energy of the full moon that we have for the month of October, how it affects you, and give you a little bit of an insight into what to expect with that energy coming up around us. A few quick notes before we get started. This is a general reading. It will not resonate with every single Taurus out there, so if it does resonate with you, feel free to take those messages in, and if they don't resonate with you, feel free to kick them on out to another Taurus. This is mostly going to correspond to Taurus Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising signs, and all Taurus cross-watchers are welcome to join us too. Well, if you haven't already, reach out there with that dragon claw, click that subscribe button, and also give it a dragon claw up by clicking that like button. Let us know that you enjoyed this reading. If you're interested in booking a personal reading, all of my information is in the details down below, and I also will list links to all the cards I use in case you're interested in learning more about the cards or using them to do readings for yourself or others. All right, Taurus, so astrologically, always I look at my wheel, our big zodiac wheel here, and check out what house this is going to be affecting for you. And for you, Taurus, this particular full moon in Aries is going to be in your universal 12th house. That 12th house is the Pisces house. So that means the moon is going to be traveling right in that particular area of your universal chart, which is different than your personal chart, but they're both definitely, accurate and necessary to a Taurus sun sign or any sun sign, because it shows you both the universal energies and then the personal energies, which are both pertaining to you. So for you, having that moon in that Pisces house, interestingly enough, because in September we had a Pisces full moon, it was a very psychic, very intense, kind of, imaginative, dreamy, mystical moon, and you're going to be taking on a little bit of that as well this month, because your 12th house is the Pisces house. So even though that moon sign for the full moon this month of October will be in Aries, it's going to be traveling through your universal 12th house of Pisces. So it makes it more magical, more mystical, and you will feel more perceptive, more psychic and intuitive around this period of time. Not a surprise. So the other thing that I will say is that, the sign of Aries that the moon's going to be in, the motto for Aries is I am. So it's all about identification, what you identify as, who you feel you are, who you need to be, etc. The question that Aries always asks is like, who am I? What is my purpose? What do I identify with the most strongly? And building up who they are. So for you, Taurus, I would take the combination of that Aries and Pisces together to say that you're really looking for your spiritual identity right now, your creative identity, where your dreams and imagination and all of that come from, and how you integrate them into who you are and how you are going forward. So don't be surprised if you have a lot of really strong dreams, very strong feelings, very, deep emotions, because to me the Pisces-Aries connection as well is Pisces is the oldest, Aries is the youngest. So it's like Pisces lets things go, into the other world, and then Aries brings them all brand new. So you may have a definite feeling this month and through this full moon cycle, Taurus, of there's something you're really letting go, and then something really fresh and new that you're embracing about yourself, about who you are as a person, how you identify. So very, very strong energy coming in. Saturn and Pluto are also squaring the moon, the full moon. So that definitely brings up for everyone some issues around past rejections, past failures, or things that you've perceived as failures, anything that's been kind of hard for you, that you still struggle with. So there is this very intense emotional upheaval around this moon sign, and there's this real need to let it go. The fortunate thing is that Jupiter is also making a very positive trine aspect to this full moon, because it's Aries and Sag, where Jupiter is, so it's fire and fire coming together. So it really does bring a kick of good luck to this full moon, that even though there's these challenges that will be with us, there's really this strong element of expansion and optimism, even in the face of struggle, which I actually really love. So don't get discouraged, Taurus. Keep your chin up. Because you are letting go of some powerful things, but there's also a lot of good fortune coming into you through your spirit, through the divine. So pay attention to the messages you get, pay attention to the dreams you have, because they could be bringing in really strong messages for you that help you learn and know where to go next. So let's go ahead and pull some cards. I'm going to start with a major arcana card, an energy oracle, and also a spirit animal, to get some of your major themes for this full moon. And then we'll go into doing some lunar decks and also some tarot for a fuller understanding. Dear angels, divine beings of light, helpers and healers, guardians and ancestors, please be with the sun, moon, Venus, and rising sign of Taurus as we read for them the full moon, October 13th, 2019, for their sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Please protect their energy as well as mine and bring through clear, accurate messages for their highest good. Thank you so much. All right, so here's that Aries energy, Taurus. So you're standing pretty strong in it right now, and this is really telling you to not be afraid, to embrace your inner courage, your inner strength, because to me, that Emperor card is always about, you know, embracing that warrior side of you. It's like both sides are coming to the forefront now. Both that strength and that spiritual sensitivity are really joining forces. So let's pull a card from the spirit animal deck. See which one of these is with you during this full moon. Okay, snow leopard. So Taurus, that is self-reliance. You're strongly independent and often solitary. Integrity is important for your best outcome. Cloak yourself with invisibility and walk with the shamans. Use your intuition and let your life unfold in silent perfection. So yes, I think that around this full moon energy, Taurus, you will be feeling a little solitary, a little more like, I just want to be on my own, want to do my own thing. That definitely comes from the moon being in that 12th house for you. But this also brings in that very intuitive space that you need to occupy. So use your intuition, use all those psychic feelings, and let those messages come through for you around that time. So let's pull an energy oracle card. See which one of these comes up for you. Okay, we're going to let that one come out. Woman holding a coin. So, Taurus, this is also about that feminine intuition, that spiritual divine intuition of how you're going to proceed in the future with making money, with bringing in more abundance, more prosperity. So really, to me, letting go, what you got to let go of is a feeling of lack, any feelings of scarcity, any feelings that you've had in the past of not being enough, not good enough, etc. Letting that go and really embracing your self-worth on a very intuitive, feminine level. It's, you know, that more interior subconscious emotions. She also has that little black cat with her, so this is very magic to me. That's always a magic kind of card when I see that little black cat coming up. So let's move Mr. Dragon on over here. He can all sit over. He's been guarding my moon cards. Let's bring up some Moonology and see what's the past, present, and future outcomes. We're just going to build up these columns here for you. It feels like autumn out there finally. It really does today. It's more windy, it's cooler, a little more cloudy. It really feels like autumn actually came around today. Okay, so Taurus, look at this. Luck is on your side with that new moon in Sagittarius energy. Like I said, Jupiter is in Sag, so you are actually coming from a very good place. Source is setting you up for a lot of good things. Emotions are running high, and there it is, right there in the, you know, present with that full moon coming up. That is bringing those emotional, sensitive impressions very close to you. Then going into the future, nothing will come of this situation. So I always take that to say that anything that's been really difficult, anything that's been hard, that's not going to manifest. It also tells me to be aware of not pushing the river, Taurus. It's like if things aren't really working and that like maybe a certain day doesn't feel so good, or if you do use a moon calendar to know the void of course moons, don't do things on those days. You know, it's like if you're really not feeling it, if you're really not in that energy, just don't go there. You know, wait till the moon feels better. Wait till the day feels good. So let's bring up some Queen of the Moon cards. Wow, okay, so Taurus, for the past position, there is that wisdom card with the waning gibbous. So I think that this last full moon cycle that you had, you gained a lot of learning, a lot of wisdom. You really got some understanding, some clarity about where you are and where you're going. So on top of the emotions running high, here comes the snow moon, purity. So this is returning to innocence. This is purifying your spirit, letting go of all the baggage. And the snow moon, let's see, that's going to be February. So that's, you know, the February full moon is the snow moon. So pay attention as we go through these cycles that anything that you start right now during this full moon in Aries, the culmination may very well come out in February. So going in within into the future, this is some self-realization, some self-manifestation, Taurus. And to me, this is all about you taking stock of yourself, looking within, saying, who am I really? What am I really about? What is my true life purpose? And trying, you know, more to embrace that. And again, you know, don't push it because it's under that void moon. So it's like if you don't feel good on a particular day, don't push yourself too hard. Taurus, you're very tough. You tend to be, you know, you're the bull and you just batter right on through even if you're not feeling great. But this is telling you to really honor your intuition, honor your sensitive feelings. And sometimes it is just, you have got to relax and let yourself you know, manifest things on a deeper, slower level. So doesn't mean to just check out entirely, but there's some times, some days, some moments, Taurus, when you might be, you know, saying, well, I'll push myself to go do something or be somewhere, but just let it ride, you know, let it ride. If it doesn't feel right, stay home, relax, pour yourself a good bath, have a good cup of tea, just take care of yourself. Very important. All right, so let's pull some tarot and see what comes up on top of here. Ooh, so yes, Taurus, you're definitely dealing with some real, you know, refining fires. It's really, there's that Temperance card, which to me is always you coming into your own, being, you know, completed, really finishing some cycles, understanding the balance between heaven and earth and your own internal balance. That's what that's very much about. And so then going into right now, here's that Nine of Cups. You really are looking for that wish fulfillment. You're looking for that thing that's just going to make things work for you. And then in the future, this is about that heartbreak. This is about things that you've been through emotionally, internally, and you're really looking deep within so that you can heal this. Let's pull some more tarot for some more advice on these cards. Yeah, so very much a healing time for you. So you're coming from a lot of power, Taurus. I don't know if you recognize that about yourself, but it's really telling me that, you know, here's that Star card, here's the Temperance. You've really learned a lot very recently. Over this last 30 days, you have really, really grown, whether you know it or not. you've either gone through some kind of trial by fire, some kind of thing has come up, for you to step into a much stronger place, a much more beautiful place. This is also Sagittarius and Aquarius energy very strongly, so you may have people in your life that are those signs. Then the Nine of Cups, so Eight of Wands is coming in on top of that, moving this forward very fast, moving your wish fulfillment forward very quickly there, Taurus. So I think that really, if you work at it, you stick with your course, you know, things are rapidly progressing. And if they don't come up like within this next 30 days, check in again on this coming into February, into that full moon, that snow moon in February. There is going to be some kind of culmination around then. And so then when we go into the future here on top of self-reflection, what a surprise. We've got that Four of Cups, the turning within, looking inside, not necessarily needing any, you know, affirmation from anyone outside. This is about you really getting in touch with your spirit, with your strength, with your own inner voice, Taurus. And that's what this month is all about with this moon. I really want you to focus on turning loose of anything that's hurt you, any of those voices in the head that have said you're not good enough for any reason, and really paying attention to your own spiritual self-worth deep within, and not pushing yourself too hard, but getting a balance of rest and reflection, and then also action and doing something about your goals and dreams. All right, Taurus, so here were your messages for the full moon coming up. Hope to see you soon. Take care.